Good evening, sir.
Right. Good evening, sir. Ramkumar here. Is it audible, sir?
Hello. Very faint voice is coming, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Our participants are joining.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yes, sir. So we will start within 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sir. I will wait. No issues.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
ready with it, sir.
Okay. Good evening, all the participants. Good evening to our respected speaker of today's evening. Today's topic, what Dr. C. Ram Kumar will be speaking about, is converting innovation to startup. Dr. Kumar is currently working as associate professor in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. He has completed his UG degree in EC at SRM Ishwari Engineering College, Chennai in the year 2010 and postgraduate degree in Communication System at Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology in the year 2012. He has completed his PhD in the wireless sensor networks in the year 2017 under Anna University. He has 8 years of teaching experience, in which he has previous work experience in SNS College of Engineering and visiting faculty at Anna University, Coimbatore. His area of interest includes biomedical instrumentation, data science, artificial intelligence, sensor networks, and computer networks. He has published 5 technical books and 1 non-technical book. He has good citation and publications in Scopus and World of Science, Web of Science, which covers 79 papers presented in national and international conference and 48 papers published in national and international journals. He is a member of various professional bodies like ISTE, BMESI, SEEE, IRIED. He received Best Assistant Professor Award from Pearl Foundation for the category Science and Technology, Best Academic Researcher Award from Association of Scientists, Developer and Faculties, Best Teaching Faculty from Kalam Educational Trust, Outstanding Research Award from Rula International Awards. He received various grants from government and non-government bodies like DST, AICT and AICT PMKVY, UGC, UBA, Anna University, and the government bodies. He is a notable speaker and delivered various guest lectures, invited talks, and keynote sessions. With this, on behalf of Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology, our innovation cell is organizing today's program. I, on behalf of the Institute and on behalf of the cell, welcome you, sir, and hand over the platform for your session. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the introduction and giving the opportunity to take your discussion to the students and faculty community for how to convert the innovation into startup. So that's a much needed one, and I hope the students have gained much knowledge about how the innovation should be, how the outcome of the innovation will be. Like that, the part I am going to cover on this session. So I will share the screen now. Yes, sir, I will be a little bit later. Right.
We can see your screen, sir. That is not an issue, sir. Hello, hello, sir. Sir, am I audible to you?
Yeah, it's audible, sir.
Okay, sir.
Can I start the session, sir? Is it
Yes, yes,
visible now?
yes, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, yeah, good evening to all the participants. So, let me enter into the topic. So, converting the innovation to startup. So, as a much introduction has been given, I am going to what is innovation? Are all the people are innovated one? Yes, of course. Everyone starts claiming, I am a novel, I am an innovative person. If you have some idea, I will start saying some of the innovations. This is my team and I can able to deliver like this, like that. So many innovations will come into your mind. But the main thing is all the innovated persons are not enough to be a successful one. Only few can make their innovation into a startup one. Only few can make their innovation into an entrepreneurship side. So how the startup should be, how the startups can be played. What is innovation first? So innovation is nothing but all the good ideas which is novelty, which is different to the society, which is the much needed thing for the society will be claimed as an innovation. So that's the more important thing. All the good ideas can be an innovated one unless you provide a solution to your idea. Because so many people are nowadays saying, yeah, wireless charger, yeah, wireless mobile phone, yeah, wireless thing, yeah, artificial intelligence humanoid robot, yeah, artificial intelligence robot restaurant, artificial intelligence mobile tracking device. Like that, so many people are saying their ideas, but only few can make their ideas into an real-time applications. That's a major thing because you people need to be make your idea a valid one, a novelty one, a prototype one. Then only you can claim it as the innovation as successful one. So, my dear friends, all your good ideas are welcome unless it should be a proven one. It should be a legally, ethically reliable one. So when you will get the good ideas, whenever you feel very bored, then automatically your mind starts working. Now it is a time to work the IPL. Then you start thinking how to skip this type of activity. If you want to take the remote, which is you can't able to find the remote. Yesterday in the sleepy state, you might keep the remote in somewhere place, but you can't able to still find out. So is there any tracker inside the mobile remote? Whether with the help of IR sensor, I can able to track my remote. Like that, whenever you feel bored, whenever you feel lazy, all the time you will get the innovation. That's the more important thing nowadays. So What are the combinations to be an innovation? A innovation should contain an idea, an innovation should contain a process, and innovation should contain a creativity. Because what is the creativity? Whenever you say some innovation, what is the creativity in your innovation? All these things are already available. What is the creativity you have done here? What is the inspiration? Whenever you say some ideas, it should be more inspiration. They should started asking, wow, a nice idea. Can I describe you the things much more elaborated? Like that, the third person will start asking. That's a more important thing also nowadays. So you have to be very inspiration to your innovation. Then always your inspiration should have a vision and growth. Then only it should be a much targeted one, much needed one. So is the innovation a single-handed project? Never. Always you need to be do the improvement in your innovation. In 1960s, the first landline phone has been initiated. After that, there are so many improvements there to the mobile phone. Then only their innovations still in the earthing field, still in the same field. Once upon a time, Orkut was the most trending mobile, what you call as social media partner. After that, they didn't do the improvement. So Facebook has overtaken that. Nowadays, Instagram has overtaken that. Twitter has plays a vital role. WhatsApp has been wider in nature. So you have to make the improvement to your innovation. Then only you can sustain in the society. That's the most important thing, right? Why don't we don't innovate? What's your problem? Why you are not innovating anything? It's the main question. I don't have much money. I don't have to waste my money on the unproven ideas. I don't want to take any risk on the human factor. Suppose you are finding some of the things to the human environment, you don't want to take any risk. I will say my idea, some other person can be my partner and they can do the rest of the things. Like that, so many things you will get into your state. So don't want to innovate because already market is a huge thing. I can't able to take such a risk and enter into the market field. And I have already in some other job, my manager starts shouting at me. I want to improve my performance in the same job. Like that, so many things comes to your mind before thinking into the innovation. Who is ready to do this? Only can be able to become a successful one. They alone can be a successful in the real time society. That's a that's a major difference between the successful engineer or successful innovator or a successful scientist. So coming to our topic, why you people are interested in entrepreneurship? Because we don't like to work under some other person. We want to earn money, huge money in the short span of time. Within 2 to 3 years, I want to become like a Bill Gates, like Ratan Tata, like the people are the role models for you. And you started searching a profile like that, right? So you don't like to work under some of the peoples. I don't want to get any scold from my senior persons. I want to work on what the time convenient for me. I will go to office by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Still night 2 o'clock, I started working because in early morning get up at 7 o'clock and keeping my thumb at the 8:30 is not a comfortable one. Like that, so many people are thinking. And I am a technological person. My mind is full of technological. So I want to do the breakthrough. I want to create the innovative idea, and that's my passion. Because if I find some of the device called Corona Diagnostic Kit, no one have believed that before 2 to 3 years. No one is ready to purchase this item. But nowadays, even every people started purchasing. Nowadays, pregnancy kit has came and everywhere they started without scanning. without in invasive method, taking blood, anything scan. They started measuring that you are a pregnant or not. Like that, the field has been much more wider because everything you started doing on your own. So as an entrepreneurs, they started creating that hype to the society. That's the major thing nowadays. The market has been entered. So my dear friend, you also do the entrepreneurship, and you can able to sustain in the current field. That's the more important thing, right? So in any of this case, at this stage, you want, you may want simply to uncover the world of startups and entrepreneurship, right? So you have to take the risk. Without taking any risk or without spending your, sacrificing your things, then you can't able to successful. So coming to our main core topic, what is startup? What is the equation of startup? So you have a new business, plus you need to be a innovation, plus you have to be a technological person. With this, you must have so much of patience to this, then you can do the startup. So these are the four mantras: new business plus innovation plus technology plus patience will always leads to a startup. All the successful entrepreneurship, all the successful startup companies have this as their baseline. So my dear friends, if you are a person to build a startup, you also have to think about new business plus innovation plus technology plus patience, right? So coming to the government supportive, what the government is supporting to us as a Indian, what my government will do. India is doing lot of startup funding opportunity to the young engineering buddies, because 35 percentage of the population is depending upon the young aspiring mind of people like you. So India has been established a Startup India, which is a combination of MSME. They are doing so much of funding opportunities to the entrepreneur. They are doing the startup successful entrepreneur. They are supporting for the SIN and TIN number, and they are doing the land approval status and doing the funding opportunity towards that. So my dear friends, whenever you have started thinking, you do the baseline streaming and enter into the Startup India. With the working prototype alone, you can able to enter into the society. That's a major thing. Without working idea, you can't able to enter into the society. You have to be a working prototype, and it should be authorized and evaluated by 3 to 4 parties. Then only you can able to enter, right? So what is startup? It is an organization designed to innovate the new product, right? So you have to build an organization which comprised of mission, vision, strategy, hiring, accounting, finance, operation, like that, so many things. Even if you are running college, there should be a mission, vision, strategy, accountancy, finance, operation, everything. So whoever needs to be become a startup with a successful entrepreneurs, they are maintaining this type of organization. However, it should be under too much uncertainty. It should be the assumption to the invention to the core. So innovation is a combination of multiplying the invention and the commercialization. That's the more important thing, my dear friends. You need to do the commercialization, finding an innovation and keep it safely inside your bedroom doesn't mean to reach the society. As a commercialization, you need to reach the society, right? Then only you can make the invention and the innovation should reach the commercialization product, right? So my dear friend, you have to think in that part, and you have to be more commercialization to that innovations. So it has a four legal steps. First step, you have to be a registered partnership with any of the firm company, and it is named as a private limited company. So it should not be prior to 5 years. And annual turnover should not exceed 25 crore in each and every financial year whom you are doing a tie. And third mantra is you are splitting up your business already in existence, and it should not confirm to the entity that reconstruction of business has been already there, and you are doing the reconstruction and you are claiming for the money is not a correct thing, right? So you have to do it as a fresh, and you have to enter into the market as a fresh application, not the one you have already started. Now you are changing some other name and making it to the portal, right? So you have to be very sure that you are doing the right business for the innovation and development done by you, and you are doing the development of commercialization for the new product and the process of self-driven activity for your technology. For that, you have to be a IPR patent claim on your own. Even it might be a patent, or it might be a copyright, or it might be a design solution, right? So the startup reality, most of the startups gets failed nowadays because they don't do the underground work. How the startup will get, because some of the startup get successful one in Gujarat, it might get failure in Rajasthan, or it might get failure in Karnataka or some other state, but it might be successful in Gujarat because you have to do the underground survey. What the things the Gujarat people need, what the things the Gandhi Managar people need. Like that, you have to do the literature survey, market analysis, then only you have to be a start, do the startup. So there are five essential key elements that lead to the successful startup. These are the five key elements. Namely, you have the good idea. Whenever you are protecting your idea, or you are showcasing your idea to the some other peoples, they can able to understand what you are trying to say. Because if you are explaining many of the biomaterials or chemical solutions, most of the people don't understand what you are saying, blah blah blah. Nothing I can't able to understand. So your idea should be very clear. Your idea should reach the customer and humanitarian everywhere. The idea should be very clearly focused. And second is team and execution. You should have a good team. It comprised of marketing team. It should comprise the financial and accountability. It should comprise of testing team. Like that, your team and the execution part should be very clear whenever you do the startup. Because many of the startups are nowadays fixing in the legal issues that that is not their own content. Patent or copyrights has not a claim. Like that, they started. After that, suddenly they are closing their startup and moving into some other thing, right? So third one is business model. How will you make the money? Revenue of or generating a money is the most important aspect, because as a human being, we are running for that, right? Yeah, successful people have a lot of money. And fourth one is you have to search the funding person who is ready to fund. It may be an angel investor, or it may be a venture capitalist. You have to search them, and you have to pick the right person for the right knowledge, and they have the inside knowledge to their core idea. You have to find that, right? And coming to the first final thing, timing. You have to maintain the time. Starting the thing and before ending your startup, it may take 3 to 5 years of time. In between, there are 100 to 200 competitors may enter your market, and you may get a failure one in this type of startup. You have to maintain the timing. So these are the five mantras or five successful for the startup, right? Idea, team execution, business model, funding, and time management. What makes startup successful? The same five ranks. Just to look at it, how the Uber gets successful, how the Instagram, how the Airbnb, like that. The successful mantras has been placed here. So they are making their ranks over top 10. How they can get succeeded, what the things they are succeeded. Because for Instagram, if you take the business model and the funding is very lagging, right? Like that, they started execution. Nowadays, this is the factor across taking the status of more than 200 companies. They are maintaining the time management of 42%, but the funding support is only 14%. Whoever companies you are taking, if you take Instagram or Uber or Airbnb, everywhere the least terminology is the funding, because no one is ready to invest on you. Because if some person is investing, you are getting more revenue. You are not leaving your revenue to the funding agent. If they are doing a 5 crores of investment on your project, you are taking 50 to 60 percentage of revenue from that. You are only giving 40 percentage of revenue to the concept person. So no one is ready to accept that, because even if you are getting failure, they have to spare the money of 5 crores in your company. So that's a major deal. And time and execution 32%, idea is 28%, business model is 24%. So coming to the major thing, what is the difference between business versus startup? So you have to think widely what the difference between business and startup. One second, kindly stay online.
কিছু শোনা যাচ্ছে না স্যার, কিছু শোনা যাচ্ছে না, অডিও কিছু শোনা যাচ্ছে না স্যার।
Hello, hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, hello. Can you hear me, sir? Your voice is not coming, sir. You are not audible, sir. Hello. Sir, can you rejoin from here, sir? We will get no issue, sir.
Yeah,
You are not audible, sir.
yeah, sir, audible. Is it audible?
Hello?
Hello, sir, is it audible?
Yes, sir, yes. Now it's audible.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. So coming to the thing, business versus startup. What is business and what is startup? So everywhere they are doing the business. Even if you are running some of the grocery shop or departmental stores, or even some of the um, something called hotel or food grocery chat items, it is called as a business. Then what is startup? You have to create your own idea, and you have to be a investor. You have to be the concerned person to hold the item. That is called a startup. So make the things very clear. Startup is entirely different from business. So don't merge both of the things, right? But if you are a successful startup founder, with your support, so many business companies will come. So proud and be a successful startup founder. That's the more important thing. Business innovators can get broken on any of the day, but a successful startup founder will be sustained in the market for their entire duration of life. He started innovating and improving his ideas, and he will be in the market for the entire scenario. That's the more important thing nowadays, right? So coming to this thing, who is the successful one? Big Bazaar or Flipkart? Can you post it in chat box? Who will be a successful one? Can you post it in chat box? Flipkart. Any other answer? Anybody saying Big Bazaar? Because what the reason Flipkart is successful one? Why not Big Bazaar? Because Big Bazaar having 350 plus stores and located in various cities. But nowadays the trading has been towards the online, right? Whatever, because if you are doing, Big Bazaar need to find so many human resources. They need to find so many uh, goodowns to store their item. It may get expired, it may not get expired, and you have to protect the equipment like that. But Flipkart is a dealer who exchange the products from your customers to the companies. So they started doing. That's the difference between the business and startup, right? So that's the major difference. How the business should be, how the startup should be. Flipkart is a startup. They have designed their own, and they are selling the product now everywhere. Ola Cabs, Zomato, Swiggy, everywhere started their startup founder. They are not doing the business. Hotel is doing the business, but they are the intermediate person who are the startup founders, and they are interchanging their companies, right? So our country is full of young people. As I have already told, 35% of the Indian population is comprised in our India as a young people. So everywhere they started, no one have think about the Google Pay in year 20 year, 10 to 10 years ago. If you take, no, no one have think about. Now no one is carrying their purse inside their pocket. No one having money. Everyone they started. Where is the market? Even for if you buy tender coconut, they are having the burger. If you are buying some bubble gum or chocolates or candies for 2 to 3 rupees, they started saying no change, kindly do the GPay. Like that. So the how the modernization, how it has been modernized, we have to adapt to the modernization, and we have to do the innovation towards the modernization. That's the most important thing, right? So in India, everybody in this meeting, 45 people, and all of them thinking, I want to become an entrepreneur because I want to earn money. I want to do the things what I needed. Even I run some of the juice shop, I will be happy. Revenue from the juice shop is more than sufficient for me. I don't want to work with some other people. I don't want to get any scold from the people. A simple juice shop will make you to earn a money of rupees 1 lakh. No one should believe that. So many things you need to bring the innovation. Buy one juice and get one juice free. They are they make their glasses shorter one. Buy one get one. Buy three get five. This is a combo of a couple. This is a lover's punch. Name itself they are giving lover's punch. This is only for the lover. Like that, as a innovators, they started grabbing how the startup should be, how an entrepreneur's growth should be. Whether all the entrepreneurs are successful, one never. They have to be a patient on their entrepreneurship skill. They have to search their entrepreneurship skill. They have to pick their idea multiple way, and they have to claim our values to the entrepreneurship skills. That's the most important thing, right? So, who are the best startups in India? What is their age? This is the sample for you. Always we have to take them as a role model, and we have to follow their Insta page, and we have to think how they get successful, whether they have saw any failures. So you have to be a part of that. How a Paytm gets successful one, because they are the first one. Before coming to the Google Pay, they started the Paytm. There are so many competitors. If you take Ola cabs, there are so many competitors. The taxis, there so many competitors are there. How they are getting successful one? What is the successful one they are claiming? How they are handling the customer as well as the business people. Suppose if you are taking the booking, no booking is available. You are searching. I want to travel from my college to my home. Just opening the Ola cab and searching, automatically 200 cabs will show nearest to you. If they are showing only one cab is available, if you are searching for more than half an hour, no cab is available, then Ola will be a successful one? No. Because before started, they are giving the solution to you. Just you are opening, entering current location, entering the destination, suddenly 40 to 50 cab drivers availability is showing to you, and one gets booked, and automatically before you calling to the driver, the concerned drivers calls you. So that's the importance, how they are handling, how their team management will be. Without that, you can't able to be a successful one. That's the thing I am stating from the first itself. You can't able to become a successful one, right? So why limit yourself to your own domain? I studied electronics and communication engineering, so I will do only related to that. I don't enter into the software field. I don't enter into the biomedical field. I won't enter into the textile field. Don't limit yourself. What the society needs, a surgical mask or the mask for the corona diagnosis is the needed one, then enter into that domain, produce some of the novelty in your field to that domain, and make them yourself a stronger one in the same domain. So just to think it of, the Flipkart, who is the owner of the company, is an engineer. The Oyo, who designed previously we have seen, who is a college dropout. Like that, the Paytm is an engineer, Book My Show is an MBA graduate. Like that, so many things has been came. Nowadays, Dhoni is doing some of the things towards our technical education. Amitabh Bachchan is doing some of the things related to the manufacturing engineering. Like that, any person can enter into any domain. But being a successful one in that domain plays a major role in that time. So pretty confused whenever you get idea, you are discussing with your friends, you are pretty confused. Where to go next? I have an idea, but where do I go next? That's a major thing you needed, right? Where can I go? Where can I sustain? How the market should be? Whether it is needed one, whether it can be able to justified one, like that you will get confused where to go next. So as I have already told, go with the same 5 essential elements as I have already discussed: ideas, team, business model, funding, and timing. Maintain this as your mantra, and you will get a successful one. So before you start, as I have already told, so many startup founders are be a failure one. Who are get successful one will be doing so many literature survey and market analysis will get a successful one. You have a target audience. Who is the size of your users? Whether a born child can be using your product, or the old age people is using your product, or newly married couple is using your product, or a handicapped person is using your product. Like that, you have to measure the size. That's the most important thing before you're doing the startup. And choose the right need. What's the thing you need? You need to do the branding, you need to do the idea creation, or social media partner, or hosting solution, content writing, or design, or development, or photography, or doing innovation, animation, experiment, storytelling, development, hosting solutions, like that. So many things. You have to cover all these things, and you have to choose what the right thing needed at the right time. Starting itself promoting the social media doesn't make you the thing. Starting itself doing the branding doesn't make the sense. You have to complete the your content. After that only you have to do the branding. You have to cover the entire social media. You have to do the promotion. Sorry. You have to do the promotion and doing the right element at the right steps at the right path always makes you the successful one. So all the things are innovative? No. You have to find out the odd one out and make them as sorry, make them one into a successful one. You have to pick the market, you have to target the market, and you have to be a different one from the other. Then only you can able to sustain in our current market. That's the most important. Then only you can be a successful one. How your sensor should work? Everywhere the people, as I am a biomedical engineer, I started everywhere thinking. Always you people think brain is only for a collection of ideas, right? So everywhere they started. What I will look into? They are looking for the investors. Who is ready to invest? So Ambani is not doing this type of business. Whether can I approach the Reliance company to do the collaboration with this type of idea? Can I start doing that investor? So your eyes started looking into the innovators and the opportunities, and your mouth started communicating the vision, what your project is doing, what the startup you are doing is the process communicating, and your ears is to listen the customers feedback, because that's the most important thing. You have to address all the customers feedback, then only it will be a successful startup founders. And your heart is the patient, as I have already told, full of passion, and stomach is the trust. and your feet is the dream high, because you have to stay in the ground. How you are sticking into the ground, how your dream should fly high, and your leg is to keep them going in the tough time, because you might face lot of hurdles at the tough time. Your leg only helps us to make it into reaching a higher order thinking and the values to your skills. Clear? So these are the top 10 startups doing the mistakes. What are the mistakes they are doing? The first important thing is building something that nobody wants, right? You might find so many novel innovations, but no one is ready to purchase them. I don't want. I can do it manually. Some examples like uh, some wireless device they started doing, but nobody is ready to purchase them. I can just go, because nowadays an ultrasound or IR or UV enabled rays has been the thing for this. And the second is hiring early, right? And third is lack of focus. You have to be more focused on your startup. uh, just starting one startup at the 50 to 60% of the state, you are jumping to next startup, handling the two startup at the same time, like that. Lack of focus and failing to execute the marketing and the sales, because you have to reach the customer, you have to do telemarketing, you have to reach so many customers, then only they spread it widely. And not having the right co-founders, because I will do it on my own. Nobody should uh, need to help me. I don't want any of the partners. And next one is chasing investors, not customers. That's the major drawback nowadays. Most of the Indians are doing. You are chasing the investors. Kindly do this, do this, do this, like that, but not sacrificing with the customers, because they are the purchasing one, and spending too much money. Whatever money in your hand, you are spending everything to your startup. That's a bad idea. Only as per the human ethology law in Sanskrit states that only 38 percentage of your total income can be spent on your startup. Only 38 percentage. 24 percentage you have to spend with your family, and remaining 28 percentage should be a savings for your future, that may be for you or your family members or to the entire society. And ignoring social media, failing to ask for your help, as I have already told, you are failing to ask for your help, right? That's the major thing. Is it audible now? Yeah. Hope I can help. Because when you are a startup founder, you need to help the others. Because it is a team program. You help some others, then some others will help you. So setting up your incubation centers, encouraging young members to think big to achieve bigger. You have to recruit so many young people, then only they will start working to you. And providing them enough support, like giving a good salary, giving them accommodation and food, and maintaining the social relationship, and having a good rapport between the employee and the entrepreneur. And then only you can make it a successful. Change in important, because change is always important. Converting a mobile phone into a modularized phone, from Android mobile phone to next Apple iPhone. You are converting the old technology to a modern technology, uh, keeping the wired headset to wireless headset. Nowadays, AirPod has came, and so many innovations have been built. Nothing is permanent except change. No one have think SMS has a, will be changed into a WhatsApp, because SMS itself a very much sufficient one to communicate, because email has been overtaken by the SMS. Now SMS has been overtaken by WhatsApp. right? Orkut has been overcome by a Facebook. And in olden days, a business manager or a successful entrepreneur looks like that. And nowadays, you all peoples will know much familiar about our Facebook legend. This is the nowadays all the peoples are wearing the dress like this, right? So making the brand suit to changes into a casual fit. That's the most important thing, right? So what's the thing they need to describe from this? Because when you are wearing the blazer, you are going to be very strict. You are going to be very serious in your work. And you know all the things. That's the body language when you are wearing your coat. And you have a attention to all the people. And you keep the hands ready only for the form of handshake. You don't have anything on your hand like mobile phone or handcuff like the yeah. I think somebody unmuted. So next one is when you are wearing shoes, that's the signal that you need your employees also to be more professional. So coming to the new modern generation, wearing a t-shirt makes you to showcase your idea, present your idea, share your idea to me at any time, right? So wearing jeans always suggest you are inside your home, feel free, you are in a comfortable zone. And when you are instead of shoe, you are wearing the flip flop like a slipper. It's a signal that you are messing around. You can leave your footwears and walk in and around anywhere you need to go. And keeping the mobile phone in hand shows that you are not depending on the work. You should have the entire freedom. That's the generation gap nowadays we got, right? That's the generation things we are achieving nowadays. Whatever they are saying, that's the current thing. That's the generation gap we have identified, right? And it's all about mindset. To the old generation to new generation, they have inexperience because they are the startup founder and they are overconfident. Their working style is different, they are traditional different. And we the modern generation, we can able to learn the few things very quick with the help of YouTube, Google. Even you can make anything ready, right? And you are working smartly. If you want to achieve your target without sleepless night, you started working and complete the task, and you are taking the quick decision. Yes or no decision will be taken quickly. But in the olden technology, they will ask with 5 to 10 people through phone call, and then only do. And taking risk factor is always much needed for our current society, for the young minds. And always you think about the out of the box society, right? So these are the India's leading startups. So I think I am running out of time. These are the India's leading startup like Zomato, Swiggy, Simply Learn, Lookup, Redbus for booking, and First Cry for baby shopping, like that. So many things are going. Coming to the final slide, you have to be a successful mantra, as I have already shown. You start interact with good people and make something customers actually want, and spend little money as much as possible. When you are spending so many little amount, you will be stress free. This is the first mantra. And the second mantra, whether professional can grab such changes. Have pride in how far you have come and how far you can go. And third mantra, don't be afraid of the change for the new beginning. Don't ever be afraid for anything. And the last mantra, it is not the strongest of the most intelligent who will survive, but those who can best manage it. You don't claim, I am the best solution, I have given the best thing for the society. Don't claim that. You have given the survival for the human being. I have given this solution. some other people can give some other thing better than me, but even other time I will also prove and some more thing better than him, like that the successful mantra. And last thing, forget about all the past and ready for the future. Whatever the thing, always ready for the future. That's the major thing. Whatever the past will be, you will get very low marks in first standard. You may get so many areas in the first and second year. Just to think about your future, think about your placement, think about your innovation. Just to pedal your cycle and achieve the maximum at the later cost. Right? So thank you to all the people. Now I am open the forum for any of the queries. If you have, you can discuss with me now. Even you can contact me anytime for any sort of question, and I am sharing my phone number and email ID there for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Any of the participants having any questions or queries? We would like to have some questions from the students and the faculties present into this session. So I think, sir, there are no queries from the participants' end.
Yes, yes, yes. So
And
if you have any queries in future or if you need any sort of query, you can contact me anytime for you.
surely, sir. And I would like to take this forward, the relation between you and with our institute. I would like to invite you as our expert member of our IIC, so that you can guide more on the startup and entrepreneurship and the innovative mindset of the students. Your session was very enlightening and new to our students, mainly of the first and second year students. They are very new to this field or this domain of innovation and startup. So we hope that with your session, they will be very much enthusiastic and come forward with new and new innovative ideas. And from our institute end, we would like to thank you, sir, for giving us time from your busy schedule and helping us in the path of innovation. Still, I would like to take some questions if any of the participants have some questions. Okay. So I think there are no questions or queries from our end, sir. You have delivered the session very well on the developing the mindset, and the last part was very good, sir, about the mantras you have shared on how to react and how to look forward for the future. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you
Yes, thank you, sir.
for giving us time and getting our
Thank you,
students
sir.
to the new domain. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, all participants.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, all the participants, all the students, and the faculties present over here for your patience throughout the session. With this, we are ending the today's session, and thank you all. Thank you again, sir, from our institute end. and from our cell end, thank you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.